3 natural remedies to stop leg cramps in less than 5 minutes. Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a stabbing pain in your leg? It starts as a subtle tightening, then suddenly, bam, a fierce cramp grabs hold of your calf or foot like a rope being yanked tight inside your muscles. All you can do is clutch your leg, grit your teeth, and hope it ends soon. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Every year, millions of older adults across America suffer from leg cramps, especially at night. For some, they happen while resting on the couch. For others, they hit without warning while walking, gardening, or even just stretching. But for many, they strike at the worst time, right when you're trying to sleep. And let's be honest, there's something uniquely frustrating about leg cramps. They're sudden, painful, and feel completely out of your control. One moment you're asleep, and the next you're wide-eyed, gasping, rubbing your leg and wondering, why does this keep happening to me? Is it something I ate? Something I didn't do? Is this just part of getting older? You've probably heard people say, drink more water or eat a banana. And while those tips might help some folks, they don't always work, and they definitely don't bring fast relief when a cramp strikes. That's what today's video is all about. Because the good news is, there are simple, natural ways to relieve leg cramps. And some of them work in under 5 minutes. No pills, no doctor visits, no fancy equipment. Just things you can do right at home, using ingredients or movements that are gentle and safe, especially for people over 60. Before we dive into the 3 remedies, let's take a moment to really understand what's going on. You see, leg cramps aren't just a part of aging. They're a sign, a signal that your body's out of balance, sometimes due to nutrition, sometimes circulation, sometimes stress on your nerves or muscles. And the tricky part? Many of us are unknowingly making the problem worse through small everyday habits, like how we sit, what we drink, or when we eat. Here's the big idea. If we can understand the root causes, we can treat the cramps, not just temporarily, but naturally and effectively. That's exactly what we're going to explore today. Together, we'll uncover what really causes leg cramps in seniors and why they seem to get worse with age. 4 everyday habits that might be making your cramps more frequent or painful. And the best part, 3 natural remedies that can stop cramps fast, often in under 5 minutes. Imagine going to bed without fear of waking up in agony. Imagine walking, shopping, or playing with your grandkids without those sudden seizing pains in your legs. Imagine having real tools, simple, natural tools to take back control. This isn't just about comfort, it's about freedom. And if you've lived with leg cramps long enough, you know how something so small can affect your whole day, your energy, your confidence, your peace of mind. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do the next time a cramp sneaks up on you. And even better, you'll know how to reduce how often they happen in the first place. Let's get started. Why leg cramps happen and what they're trying to tell you. Let's start with something important. A leg cramp isn't just a muscle problem, it's a message. When your muscles suddenly seize up, your body is waving a red flag. It's saying, hey, something's not quite right here. Now that might sound dramatic, but for millions of older adults, these sudden cramps are more than just painful. They're signs of deeper imbalances in hydration, circulation, or nerve function, and ignoring them could mean missing the early warning signs of more serious issues. So, what's really going on beneath the surface? 1. Your muscles are dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. One of the most common and most overlooked causes of leg cramps is dehydration. And no, we're not just talking about not drinking enough water. We're talking about a specific kind of dehydration, mineral dehydration. As we age, our bodies naturally lose some of their ability to absorb and retain electrolytes. The minerals like magnesium, potassium, sodium, and calcium that help muscles contract and relax. You might be drinking plenty of water, but if your mineral levels are low, your muscles don't have the tools they need to function properly. When that happens, your muscles go haywire, they misfire, they cramp, and they don't let go until the imbalance is fixed. Sound familiar? Now here's the kicker. You might not even feel thirsty. Many seniors experience what's called low-level chronic dehydration, which means your cells are lacking water and minerals, but your brain doesn't send the usual thirst signals. So you go on about your day, maybe even sipping water here and there, never realizing your body is quietly begging for electrolytes. 2. Poor circulation, especially in the legs. The second big culprit, blood flow. Your muscles need a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood to work properly. But as we age, our circulation slows down. Arteries stiffen, blood vessels lose flexibility, and before you know it, your legs aren't getting the nutrients and oxygen they need. When circulation drops, your muscles don't just get tired, they get angry, they seize, they cramp. And because your lower legs are the furthest from your heart, they're often the first to feel the effects. If you've ever noticed your feet feeling cold or tingly, or if you get cramps mostly at night while lying down, that could be a sign of poor circulation, making your cramps worse. Third, nerve misfires, a common but silent trigger. Leg cramps can also come from something that seems unrelated. Nerve issues. Over time, the nerves that send signals to your muscles can become irritated or compressed, especially in your lower spine. This is particularly common in people who sit for long periods, have poor posture, or suffer from sciatica or spinal stenosis. When those nerves misfire, they send confused messages to your muscles. Contract now. Wait, don't. Too late. The result? An intense, uncontrollable spasm that feels like it came out of nowhere. The truth is, muscle cramps are often the final output of a problem that started much higher up in your nervous system. That's why simply stretching the muscle sometimes isn't enough. We have to treat the root cause. Hidden medication side effects. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Many common medications cause or worsen leg cramps, especially in older adults, where multiple prescriptions are the norm. The risk of side effects multiplies. For example, diuretics, used for high blood pressure or heart conditions, flush water and minerals from your body, often too quickly. Statins, for cholesterol, can deplete important nutrients like CoQ10, which affects muscle energy. Beta blockers and antidepressants can interfere with nerve signaling to your muscles. These medications aren't bad. They save lives. But they can have unintended side effects that creep up quietly, like nighttime leg cramps. Always talk to your doctor before making changes to your prescriptions. But it's important to understand, sometimes it's not your age or your lifestyle, it's your medicine, the age factor, and why it matters. Lastly, we have to talk about age. As we get older, our bodies change in ways that can make leg cramps more likely. We naturally lose muscle mass, and less muscle means more strain on the ones that remain. Our tendons tighten, our nerves become more sensitive, and we become more prone to deficiencies in magnesium, potassium, and other key nutrients. None of this means we're doomed to a life of cramps, but it does mean we need to be more proactive, more intentional about keeping our muscles, nerves, and circulation in good shape. Because when we ignore leg cramps, we're not just tolerating pain. We're ignoring a signal from our body that something needs attention. So, what's the real danger? You might think they're just cramps. They hurt for a minute, then they're gone. But the truth is, when leg cramps become frequent, they bring more than just momentary pain. Over time, they can lead to sleep disruption, which affects your energy, mood, and memory. Decreased mobility, as the fear of another painful cramp can keep you from staying active. Increased fall risk, especially if a cramp strikes while you're getting out of bed or walking. And in some cases, underlying health conditions like peripheral artery disease or nerve damage may go undetected if cramps are dismissed as just getting older. That's why it's so important not to simply put up with it. Because leg cramps, while common, are not something you just have to live with. They are a signal, a nudge from your body saying, hey, pay attention here, something's off. And if you listen, really listen, You can respond in a way that not only eases the pain, but helps restore balance to your whole body. The best part? You don't need expensive medications or scary procedures. You just need the right knowledge, a few easy shifts in your habits, and 3 powerful natural remedies that can offer fast, safe, lasting relief. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. 4 common habits that trigger or prolong leg cramps and how to fix them. We've talked about what causes leg cramps: dehydration, poor circulation, nerve misfires, and even side effects from medications. But here's the part most people miss. It's not just what's happening inside your body, it's what you do every day that could be making it worse. Small, seemingly harmless habits can quietly set the stage for those painful middle-of-the-night cramps. And unless we recognize them, we may keep unknowingly feeding the problem day after day. So, let's walk through 4 of the most common everyday mistakes that may be triggering your leg cramps. And more importantly, what you can do instead. 1. Drinking the wrong fluids. Thinking you're staying hydrated, but you're not. How many times have you heard, just drink more water? That advice gets repeated a lot, but here's the problem. Not all fluids hydrate your muscles equally, and some can actually make cramping worse. For example, coffee and tea contain caffeine, which acts as a diuretic, meaning it causes your body to flush out water and essential minerals. Alcohol, even a glass of wine in the evening, can dehydrate you and disrupt the balance of electrolytes that your muscles rely on. Sugary sodas or energy drinks, they can spike insulin levels and further deplete minerals like magnesium and potassium, especially in older adults. So even if you're sipping fluids all day, the type of fluid matters. Better options: coconut water, a natural source of potassium and electrolytes; herbal teas like chamomile or lemon balm; warm water with a pinch of sea salt and lemon, simple but powerful. And remember, plain water isn't always enough. If you're not also replenishing minerals, your muscles may still be running on empty. 2. Sitting too long, especially with bent knees or crossed legs. We live in a culture of sitting, and for seniors, whether it's at the kitchen table, in front of the TV, or while reading a good book, long periods of sitting can become the norm. But here's what most people don't realize. Sitting for hours, especially with your knees bent or legs crossed, reduces blood flow to your lower legs and feet. Over time, that stagnant circulation makes muscles stiffer, tighter, and more likely to spasm, especially when you finally stretch out at night. And if you've ever had a cramp after standing up quickly or stretching in bed, that's likely why. Simple habit shift. Try to stand and move at least every 30 to 45 minutes during the day. Even walking in place or doing light ankle circles can help. Avoid crossing your legs for long stretches. Keep your feet flat on the floor with knees at a 90-degree angle. If watching TV or reading, set a timer to remind yourself to gently move or stretch between episodes or chapters. It may sound small, but regular motion helps restore the blood flow your muscles need to stay calm and cramp-free. 3. Skipping magnesium, the relaxation mineral. Your muscles crave magnesium as one of the most important minerals for preventing cramps. It helps muscles relax, nerves fire properly, and supports over 300 functions in your body, yet it's also one of the most commonly deficient minerals in older adults. Why? Because as we age, our bodies absorb less magnesium from food. And if you take diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, or certain diabetes medications, you may be losing even more through urine. Here's the trouble. Most people think they're getting enough because they eat leafy greens or take a multivitamin. But multivitamins often contain cheap, poorly absorbed forms of magnesium like magnesium oxide, which mostly passes right through you. Signs you may be low on magnesium: frequent cramps, especially at night, muscle twitching or spasms, restless legs, trouble sleeping, anxiety or irritability. Better options: eat more magnesium-rich foods, pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocado. Consider a magnesium supplement, ideally in a highly absorbable form like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. Try an Epsom salt bath soaking in warm water with magnesium sulfate can be soothing and deeply relaxing for leg muscles. It's not just about preventing cramps. Magnesium supports better sleep, mood, and brain health too. 4. Overstretching. When too much of a good thing becomes a trigger. Yes, stretching is good. Yes, it can help with flexibility and circulation. But here's the twist. If you stretch too aggressively, especially without warming up, you can actually trigger a cramp instead of preventing one. This happens because tight, undernourished muscles aren't always ready for deep stretching. Instead of lengthening, they fight back often by clamping down. That's why some people experience cramps right after stretching, especially if they've been sedentary or dehydrated. What to do instead? Focus on gentle, rhythmic movements before any deeper stretches like ankle rolls. 3 fast, natural solutions to stop leg cramps, without pills or prescriptions. Let's be honest, when a leg cramp hits, you're not thinking about long-term strategies. You just want it to stop. Right now, the burning, the tightening, the feeling like your muscles are stuck in a knot that won't loosen. It's frustrating, painful, and sometimes even scary, especially in the middle of the night. But what if I told you that relief could come in less than 5 minutes? Using natural remedies you can do at home. No pills, no doctor's visits, no fancy equipment. Just simple, safe solutions that help your muscles release and help you get back to sleep, walking, or whatever else your day or night requires. Here are the 3 most effective natural remedies for fast leg cramp relief and why they work so well, especially for seniors. 1. The pickle juice trick, a fast-acting muscle relaxer. Yes, you read that right, pickle juice. It might sound strange, but this salty, vinegary liquid has been used by athletes and physical therapists for years to stop cramps in their tracks. How it works. Pickle juice contains vinegar, acetic acid, and electrolytes like sodium and potassium. But its real magic is in how it stimulates nerves in your mouth and throat, which sends signals to your spinal cord and tell your muscles to relax almost instantly. Researchers believe this nerve reflex helps stop the misfiring messages that cause muscles to spasm. How to use it. At the first sign of a cramp, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of pickle juice and swish it in your mouth for a few seconds before swallowing. Most people feel relief within 60 to 90 seconds. You can keep a small bottle near your bed or carry a travel-sized portion in your bag. It's safe, quick, and has 0 side effects, just a strong flavor. Pro tip, no pickles? You can try plain apple cider vinegar mixed with a bit of warm water and honey. It won't work as fast as pickle juice, but can still help. 2. The warm towel wrap, instant soothing with heat and pressure. When a cramp hits, your muscle is doing the exact opposite of what you want. It's contracting hard and refusing to let go. That's where heat becomes your best friend. How it works. Heat helps your muscle fibers relax and lengthen, while also improving blood flow to the cramped area. When combined with gentle compression like wrapping the muscle with a warm towel, it calms the nerves and signals the muscle that it's safe to let go. What you need: a clean towel, warm water, not too hot, optional, a microwavable heating pad or warm rice sock. How to use it. Soak the towel in warm water, wring it out, and gently wrap it around the cramped area, usually the calf or foot. Apply light pressure, not too tight, and hold for 2 to 3 minutes. Breathe slowly and relax your whole body while the warmth works its magic. This method is especially helpful at night. You can keep a warm compress or heating pad nearby so it's ready when you need it. Bonus: if you add a few drops of magnesium oil or lavender essential oil to the towel, it boosts the effect and helps you calm down faster. 3. The flex and breathe method, a gentle stretching technique that calms the cramp. Now, stretching during a cramp might sound like torture, but this very specific method is designed to be gentle, calming, and safe. How it works. Most cramps happen because the muscle is overstimulated and confused. By using controlled movement and deep breathing, you help retrain the nerve muscle loop to restore balance without yanking or overstretching. This method is perfect for seniors because it avoids sudden motions and instead focuses on slow, deliberate activation of the opposing muscle. How to do it. Let's say you're having a calf cramp, the most common kind. Sit upright or lie down with your legs straight, but relaxed. Slowly and gently pull your toes toward your shin. Use a towel or your hands if needed. Hold the stretch gently, no jerking. While holding the stretch, take slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Aim for 5 slow breaths. Once the pain subsides, lightly massage the muscle for 30 seconds and wiggle your foot. This method not only helps the muscle release more gently, but it also teaches your nervous system to respond more calmly the next time. Bonus, you can practice this stretch before bedtime to prevent cramps from starting. It's a simple ritual that trains your muscles and brain to stay relaxed. Why these remedies work so fast? The beauty of these 3 techniques is that they work through different systems in your body, but all lead to the same goal, helping your muscle let go. Pickle juice triggers a nervous system reset from the inside out. Warm compresses soothe from the outside in, using heat and circulation. The flex and breathe method restores balance through mindful movement and breath. Each one can work on its own or you can combine them. For example, take a sip of pickle juice, wrap your leg in a warm towel, then gently stretch and breathe. Within a few minutes, most people feel the cramp melt away. And unlike over-the-counter pills that mask pain, these natural tools work with your body, not against it. One important note, prevention still matters. These remedies are wonderful when cramps strike, but remember they're first aid tools, not long-term fixes. To reduce how often cramps happen in the first place, it's important to stay consistently hydrated with mineral-rich fluid. Eat foods high in magnesium, potassium. Keep moving throughout the day to improve. Stretch gently and regularly, not just when checked with you. Coming up next, I'll share the daily habits and small changes you can use. But for now, if a cramp does strike, remember, you're not helpless. You're not stuck. And relief is just a few minutes away. 5. 5-minute before bed stretch. Your body's cramp insurance. Ending your day with a gentle stretching routine can work wonders. It's like tucking your muscles into bed, reminding them to stay loose and relaxed while you sleep. Here's a quick, safe bedtime stretch routine for seniors. Seated hamstring stretch. Sit on the edge of the bed, extend one leg, reach toward your toes gently, hold for 15 seconds, switch sides, calf stretch with towel. While sitting, loop a towel around your foot, gently pull your toes toward you, hold 20 seconds per leg. Ankle pumps, lie down, lift both feet slightly, and pump your ankles up and down for 20 seconds. Deep breathing, sit or lie comfortably, breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. Repeat 5 to 10 times. This bedtime ritual takes just 5 minutes, but tells your nervous system, it's time to rest. No need for alarms. Simple steps, big results. The best part about these tips? They don't require a gym, a schedule overhaul, or expensive supplements. They're designed for real life for seniors who want to feel better, sleep better, and move more confidently without fear of painful leg cramps ruining the moment. Even if you start with just 1 or 2 of these habits, you'll likely notice a difference within days. And when you combine them with the natural remedies we shared earlier, you're giving your body exactly what it needs: support, balance, and gentle encouragement to heal. Because staying healthy and cramp-free isn't about pushing harder, it's about listening better. You don't have to live with leg cramps. Here's your new beginning. Let's take a breath together. You've just learned some simple, powerful tools to help you manage and even prevent one of the most frustrating, painful interruptions to daily life: leg cramps. And here's the truth I hope you'll carry with you from this moment on. This isn't something you just have to live with. Getting older doesn't mean getting used to pain. It doesn't mean settling for sleepless nights or frozen moments of agony when your muscles seize up. It doesn't mean suffering in silence. You now have the knowledge. You have the tools. And most importantly, you have the right to feel better. Whether it's a spoonful of pickle juice at midnight, a warm towel wrapped around a cramping calf, or 5 deep breaths paired with a gentle stretch, you now know how to reclaim your calm when your legs act up. Even more, you know how to protect yourself before the pain begins with better hydration, a magnesium-rich dinner, a 3-minute bedtime stretch, or just showing your legs a little love in the morning. What happens next? That's up to you. Because now the question isn't what can I do, it's which one will I start with today? Will it be trying a magnesium lotion tonight before bed? Adding a few minutes of leg movement in the morning? Swapping soda for a hydrating, mineral-rich drink? Or simply noticing, really noticing when your body whispers for rest or balance or care? These aren't big changes, but they're real and they work. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Let's talk. Your story could help someone else. I'd love to hear from you. Really? In the comments below, would you share just one thing? What's one tip from this video that you're excited to try? Or what's something you do that helps with leg cramps that others could learn from? You never know, your comment might be the exact message another person needs to see tonight. We're building something here, not just a YouTube channel, but a community of folks who are choosing to take their health into their own hands, one small, thoughtful step at a time. More help is on the way, don't miss it. This isn't the end of your journey, it's just the beginning. If this video helped you even just a little, I hope you'll click subscribe to join our growing family. Tap the little bell icon so you'll know when the next video arrives, and maybe even share this video with a friend, a spouse, or someone you love who's been quietly dealing with leg cramps too, because no one should have to feel alone in their pain. And the more we share, the stronger we all become. Final thought, you're not broken, you're just out of balance, and that can change. So tonight, when you lie down to rest, let your body soften, let your legs stretch out. And if a cramp does come, don't panic. You'll know exactly what to do. But maybe, just maybe, it won't come at all. Because today, you took one small but powerful step toward a better night and a better life. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll take another step together.